guys, so we've just put together this video to give you a little tour of our home where we live in southern Spain, Andalucia.
If you're new to our channel, I'm Sarah and this is Nick.
And these are our two dogs, Dizzy and Charlie.
And we're currently in our house in Spain, and very soon we'll be travelling around Europe in our camper van Vinny.
Bought our house 7 years ago and it needed completely renovated. We needed to rewire the electrics, do the plumbing, and then it needed completely modernising as well.
For the first year and a half, it was like living in a building site, doing room to room, going down to the tap in the village to pick up our water.
A bit like living in a van, really.
A bit like living in a van. So let's show you inside.
So welcome to our little home. This is the lounge stroke dining room and the main living area of the house. In this room we went for a nice natural decor with these dark brown tiles on the floor, and on the ceiling we've got these original oak beams. This is one of the best features of the lounge, and it was the biggest job we had to do. When we first moved in, it was completely bright blue gloss. So this was a nasty job. We had to get the angle grinder out, sand it all down to get back to the bare wood, and painted a nice white with a dark stain on the beams. So the house is quite old. So all the walls are about 1 metre thick, and it's built by putting large rocks together with cement. So we thought we'd make various features around the house by leaving some of this rock exposed. Over on this wall we bought a couple of packs of mirrors from IKEA, made a nice little design. This opens out the room, makes it look a little bit bigger, and it's a nice bit of art on the wall. Most of the furniture in the house is from IKEA, or we've upcycled it. We've either found it by a skip and given it a new lease on life, or we've just picked it up from friends. You notice the front door that we came through is a beautiful original feature. It's a cast iron door. We've got some nice shutters on it, so in the summer you can just close those to keep the heat out. In our lounge we've got a nice dining room table there where we eat a lot of our meals, and then we've got one big sofa which is just about enough room for our dogs. And then me and Sarah have to fight over the chair or the floor. There's 3 rooms that lead off the lounge. This one is the creative room, as we call it, which we'll show you in a minute. The kitchen goes off from there, and this is the bathroom behind me.
Okay, so through to the kitchen. Oh, on the way through, this shelving unit that we put up, because the walls are so thick, we decided to make use of it. So we've cut the grooves into the wall, and that's for all of our mugs and our teas and coffees. Continue on through the cork curtain. Got many of these throughout the house. We collected lots of corks from working in catering over the years, and we've used these as room dividers in several places. As you can see in the kitchen, it's nice and bright. We've gone for these really warm, crazy colours. We didn't go for a fitted kitchen, we kind of did the kitchen ourselves, and we haven't got any cupboards in here. We've got the floating shelves to store most of our glasses and cups and plates and bowls. I quite like the way the black sets the nice bright colours off as well with that. The shelf in the corner just behind me here is also a cheap shelf from IKEA to store everything else, our microwave and our oven dishes at the bottom there, and our kitchen utensils on the top. Just here is the Moroccan unit, probably my favourite piece of furniture in the house. This was given to us, we actually have 2 in the house. It's really sturdy, quite unique. That stores all of our foods, and it's got a nice work surface on top. Again, nice big chopping board from IKEA. Above that is our nice fully stocked herbs and spices rack, and above there the pots and pans hung very nicely and to save on space. The window in here is an original feature. We thought we'd have to change that because it was kind of rusted away and wouldn't even close when we first bought the place, but we just kind of sanded that down, back to the bare metal, painted it up, and yeah, pretty impressed with how that worked out. So as I mentioned, we did it all ourselves, and the way that we've held up our kitchen surface is by these rustic bricks, which we thought gives it a quite unique look, something a bit different, and obviously very cheap and easy to do ourselves. So here we've just got the cooker, which is a gas cooker, gas hobs and a gas oven, and our extractor fan above. Nice little design on the back there as well. Yeah, and that's the kitchen. So leaving the kitchen, I'll just pass you over to Nick to take you through to the bathroom.
Okay, before we go into the bathroom, I'll just quickly mention this door frame. We made this from scratch. Now we needed to make a door because all the door openings in the house are different shapes and sizes and none of them are conventional, so you can buy a normal door. So we found this door, buy a skip, cut it down, gave it a nice paint job to make it unique, and then installed that here. So that's a really cool feature. And you'll also notice as we go through some beautiful mosaic mirrors on the side. I'll just take you through now. So you come into the bathroom, it's quite a small room, so we went for nice light colours. We put a partition wall in here to separate the shower from the toilet. And there's some extra space, we built some little shelves there. For the sink we didn't opt for a ready-made unit, we decided to go for something a little bit different, so we put a brick structure in there with a floating sink on top and some nice mosaic decoration there. Another thing I have to mention in here is all the shelves have been upcycled from an office I worked in. They were the desk partitions. We made all the shelves on the wall by the shower, the wall behind me here, and then the one by the window here. Also a lot of mosaic going on behind there as well. But made use of all the space in here, really nice little room. Alright, I'm going to take you back out and pass you back to Sarah.
Okie dokie. Right, okay, I'll just spin you around. As we walk into this room, we've got more of these cork curtains. So into this room, and this is just kind of like a little storage room, a creative room. We keep our bikes in here. We've got like a nice world map on the wall. Also another one of those Moroccan units that we've got in the kitchen to store all my creative stuff. I've got my sewing machine in here, little bookshelf, and yeah, I went for a few crazy colours again. This colour scheme has changed a couple of times over the years, but yeah, it's just kind of like a little ideas room, hence the light in here. Yeah, it has no windows. We did actually think about knocking this wall through and making a larger lounge, but you know, maybe in the future after we've done a bit of travelling and got some more time on our hands, we could kind of think about other options. But yeah, for now it's just kind of a cute little room and a storage room. So back through here. So now I'll pass you back over to Nick and he'll take you upstairs.
So on the stairs, at the bottom of the stairs, you can see this big tree of life that we painted on the wall. Above that, you've got some more exposed rock, and then the rest of this staircase is just a gallery. Put together loads of nice collages from our travels around Asia, Europe, and all the other countries we've been to. And as you go up the stairs, I'll point out this room divider that we've created. Instead of building a wall, we decided to get this exterior fencing, which gives it a nice natural feel. I'll just take you through to the bedroom now and pass you through to Sarah.
So this is our crazy colour schemed bedroom. As you can see, we started off with a few circles and then just got out of control really, but we like it. It's kind of quite different. Over in the corner behind me you can see the exposed rock that we left again, like we've done throughout the house. Most of the furniture in here is from IKEA, again with the floating shelves similar to the kitchen, and the bedside tables is IKEA. So we've just kind of gone for IKEA throughout, unless we've been given the furniture or upcycled, recycled. We don't actually have a wardrobe, we've made one ourselves. We've used a long curtain pole that was left in the house to hang all of our clothes on. We've got these nice bamboo blinds to kind of just hide that. Behind the clothes is a large storage area that just stores everything else, and then underneath, as you can see, these nice units with these pull-out IKEA drawers. Throughout the house we've tiled, but in here we've gone for the wooden floorboards that just kind of click and slot together, so it wasn't that difficult a job to do that. It was a bit more harder to do the skirting boards, but yeah. Behind me here we also have our little tea and coffee making facility, so we can have a coffee in bed when we have time to sit in bed and drink a coffee. as you can see, the headboards behind me here, they're quite unique as well, stuck to the circular theme going on. That's just MDF boarding and then just covered with this kind of vinyl-y material and staple gunned on. Really good, can be easily wiped down as well. Yeah, so slightly unique again. Before we go on to the spare room, the guest room next door, I'll just quickly talk about the windows. Most of these windows we have in the house are still the original windows, and they've all got these big window sills which we put a few nice plants on out there. As you can see, really thick walls throughout the house as well. So yeah, now I'll just take you through to Nick.
So from the bedroom you come into this little room which we built as when we first moved into the house. From the bedroom there was just a metal door leading out onto the side terrace. So you had to walk outside before you could go into the spare room up here, which is not that good in the winter when it's raining. So yeah, we built this little room. We've got this nice metal door here, similar to the one we have downstairs. Nice sturdy door with metal bars. We decided to put in a glass block window to let in some light into this room, but to create a nice little sort of bit of art on the wall. Yeah, another bright colour scheme in here with the bright greens similar to the stairs. We'll just take you through to the spare room upstairs now. When we first moved into the house, this room didn't actually need that much work. It was just plain white walls, so obviously we needed to brighten it up a bit. So we came up with this, similar to the kitchen, bright yellows and reds. This is a really nice room in the house. It gets lots of sunlight through the window, especially in the winter. In the mornings you get the sun coming in. So this converts when we have guests or family over. You've got that sofa bed opening out into a nice big double bed. So it makes quite a nice little bedroom. The window behind me we recently replaced ourselves, the first window we've ever done, and luckily it wasn't too hard because it is one of the few thin walls in the house. Most of the walls are like a metre thick, but this was previously extended, I don't know, 30 years ago. So this wall is just one thin brick wall. Again, the room's been kitted out, generally in IKEA stuff, with this nice IKEA unit for the TV, some floating shelves up there, and also in that corner. That's this room done, so now I'll just show you the outside areas.
And here we are outside on one of our little terraces. This is the side terrace, and oh, it's nice and bright today. But yeah, so this whole corner section here, as Nick mentioned earlier, wasn't here when we bought the house, so which made this terrace actually bigger. But we needed this to connect the spare room to the main house, so we built this one with the nice glass blocks. Over on the wall here we have our boomerang effect graphic design that we did ourselves with the cork. We've got a few of these cork things that we found. We made these ones into lamps. We've got some candle holder ones downstairs in the living room. Yeah, so it's quite a nice little area to sort of chill and sit out here in the shade when it's hot and sunny in the summer. Stop! We've got a gas barbecue here. This wall here was half the height when we bought the house, so we just built that wall up and put ourselves a nice sort of shady fence here as well to give us some more privacy. Behind me, this ladder we built when we bought the house. We were using just a regular ladder first to get up to the roof, so we decided to build one, make one ourselves, and that worked out really well and kind of just goes with the theme out here. Also, this was just like a rickety roof up here, so we also put these poles across and put the sunroof in and some shade on top to stop it from getting too boiling hot. So that's the side terrace, and now I'll just pass you on to Nick to take you up the ladder to the roof.
Thanks, babe. So the ladder, after 6 years, still standing. Quite happy with that. So this is our roof terrace. When we first moved in, it was just a flat roof with a 10 centimetre wall. and needed completely tiling, so we did all that, built a wall to make this a lovely terrace area. Put up these brown posts and this shade to give us complete privacy in this corner of the terrace so we're not overlooked. I think it worked really well. This really sold the house to us. It's a beautiful outside space with stunning panoramic views across the countryside down to the coast and up to the castle. It's a perfect area to have a barbecue, have a few drinks with friends, lounge in the sun on either terrace. In Spain it's so important to have an outside space as the weather's so nice, so this was really important to us, and this made the house a perfect place to make a home. I hope you enjoyed the tour of our funky little home here in Spain.
Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you've seen, give us a thumbs up and we'll see you in the next video. Until then, cheers!
Cheers!